I don't know. Republican politicians, they're like an alien race. I'm serious. Republican voters are human, but they're lacking huge sections of that part of their brain where they can make rational or even logical decisions. But people who decide to run for office as a Republican, no matter what the office is, apparently, I don't know, they have to be an alien race. Let me give you an example. There's a woman named Linda Wall. She is running on a conservative platform for, she wants to be a member of the Virginia House of Delegates, which is like the state's House of Representatives, any state House of Representatives. In Virginia, they call it the House of Delegates. So she wants to be a representative from her district. Linda Wall is her name. If you see a picture of her, she looks like, what does she look like? Let's stereotype this woman. She looks like she's got on a red suit and a string of pearls and a short haircut and funky kind of earrings, and she's probably in her early 60s, mid 60s. And it looks like an Avon saleswoman or someone who's active in Girl Scouts, or I don't know. She just has that kind of look. She also looks a bit maybe like a fifth grade school teacher from 50 years ago. You get the picture? But Linda Wall has openly admitted that at one time she had sex with a female minor. Now, she now claims that, she's over all that. Well, that was a long time ago. She's marched for the unborn, she says. She supported the marriage amendment, she says. She admits that she had sex with a female minor, with a kid. But that was a long time ago. Now, she never faced charges for the incident, and she admitted it in an official court deposition about 5 years ago. I'm not sure what the court deposition was about, but in that deposition, under oath, she admitted, 35 years ago, I had sex with a female minor. I'm now a Christian, and I marched in favor of the unborn, and I voted in favor of the Don't Let the Queers Marry marriage amendment. There's nothing wrong with me now. Well, she's never had to answer for that. That law-breaking, the sexual assault on a minor. Uh-oh. Under Virginia law, if the girl, then she was underage when this sexual assault occurred, and she was a student of Miss Wall's at a junior high in Prince George's County, which is near Richmond. If that girl, now a woman, were to file a complaint with police today, lovely Linda Wall could be charged with sexual assault against a minor. See, there's no expiration date on these kinds of charges in Virginia. But consider what happened all those years ago. The girl, then girl, now woman, hasn't come forward yet, and it's possible she never will. And as most people who understand sexual assault victims, in so many cases, they never do come forward for a number of reasons, not the least of which is fear. And apparently, Linda Wall is a well-known name in that part of Virginia. I mean, after all, she's an activist. She's a conservative. She's a Christian. She'll do anything to stop the queers from marrying. She'll do anything to make sure that the little fetus zygotes have all the legal and rights of a full-formed adult. So the victim could be afraid of this woman. You know what most people call someone who has sex with a kid? Well, besides that, that's called a child molester. And And people who have sex with a child or molest a child sexually carry that, and rightfully so, in my opinion, that mark, that stigma for the rest of their lives. I've read enough that convinces me that people who molest children can never be, quote, cured, end quote. It's there forever. So how do we keep track of them? Well, you register, you're a sexual predator. I'm sorry that a lot of people say, well, that's not fair. That's not right. Once somebody has served their time in prison, no, I'm sorry. This is not, this is a tough one for me. I might be able to be convinced otherwise, but the way my mind is set now, you molest a child, you steal from that child the innocence of being a child. You defile that in the most horrendous way with your perverted sexual demands of a child. To hell with you. This is why I so despise the Catholic Church, because they have made an organizing principle of their filthy hierarchy, the protection, the hiding, the excusing of priests who violated children. How horrible is that? Well, why would anyone continue to be a Catholic, knowing that the church protects and defends these predator bastards? How can you do that? How can you remain a Catholic? Oh, my God. How can you remain a supporter of Linda Walls in Virginia? You know what she said? This is her statement. In an Associated Press interview, she said, it's all a minor transgression. She said, quote, 40 years ago, I was a different person. I was a heavy pot smoker with impaired judgment and made some bad choices. You do that out of college sometimes. Some people do, some people don't, end quote. What? She was a school teacher, and she's equating a sexual attack on a child with smoking pot? Oh, my God. But even more disturbing is this bitch thinks that people are going to ignore this and elect her to the Virginia House of Delegates. And you know what? Depending on the district that she's running in, these psychopathic, sick Republican thugs just might do that. Because that's the beauty of their perverted religion. They can do anything. Well, I confessed. God forgives me. God forgives me. So I'm clean now. I molested a child. I abused someone. I took advantage. I did the worst thing you can do, and that is sexually attack a child. And nobody ever made me pay for it. The little twerp kept her mouth shut. Now I want to be a member of the Virginia House of Delegates. Back then, I was a pot smoker, and yeah, bitch is too good of a word. I hate that. I hate people who assault children, whether it is violent, violence against kids, beating them, smacking them, hurting them. But sexual assault, it is such an invasion. It shreds the innocence of a child. Just absolutely. And for the people who advocate sex between adults and children, you're a bunch of sick sons of bitches. You really are. You really are. But, there's an attitude out there that sexual activity between adults and children is not bad if it's done the right way. Well, you people can I'd like to talk with you personally. I really would, because I'd smash you right in your damn faces. I really would. I get that. That's something that drives me right to the edge of violence. It really does. And I'll claim that and admit it and be proud of it. Assaulting a child, especially sexual assault. And yet this crazed woman, Linda Wall, in Prince George's County in Virginia, she has no, it was a long time ago. I smoked pot back then, so, really.